Alright, let's get started. Just a little analysis.
Alright, let's get started.
For these markets.
Just a little analysis.
Okay, so what I always do is okay, GBP CAD daily time frame. It came back to the EMA. Let me just untick all of these boxes here. Untick all of these boxes. And weekly time frame. GBP CAD. Weekly time frame. You can see GBP CAD came back perfectly. I think it's gonna be ready next week, bro. Like, because it's just gonna have like a retest and then sell, or like maybe like a doji rejection candlestick. The weekly time frame closed below, so we're bearish now. And yeah, what are the odds on a weekly time frame that it's gonna have like a pullback, wick pullback, and then a move? It can happen. It can happen for sure. We have kind of like a rejection candlestick right here. And this overall head and shoulders. But you want to really be patient, because clearly it takes multiple retests until it breaks out. So it's going to take multiple retests before it's going to have to move to the downside, right? That's just what I'm thinking. Because it's like more of a stronger level that's respected right here. I don't want to FOMO anything, like don't rush into any trades. Just wait like 1 or 2 days before we actually take this trade, because this is gonna open, then it's gonna come here, and I will wait for doji, and then I will take the trade on the next day. So like Wednesday, something like that, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, something around that time. And the 4-hour time frame, I mean, we will be bullish as well until then on all time frames. Bearish. I mean, we'll also come back to the EMA, but this won't play in our favor, and it doesn't even matter. The daily time frame will be bearish as well, and the weekly will be bearish. So we have 3 time frames in sync. This is a high, like one of the biggest favorites that I have right now. Okay, so weekly time frame, AUD JPY. Okay, Alex actually has been right about the JPY pairs, that they are slow. However, I can see here, markets are slow here. So it's kind of like, yeah, out of 10 times, how many times are markets slow the week? Like, you just can't control that. So right here, we can see that So I just had to get something done. I have to watch on my to-do list for 1 second. Yeah, okay, I got my to-do list, everything. Let me just check. Tomorrow, yeah. Okay, fuck this, we don't need that. Alright, so AUD weekly time frame. Weekly time frame. It is bullish still, the weekly time frame, I guess. So we don't want to look at this. We have 1, 2, 3 rejection candlesticks. This came back to the EMA kind of like. So what we want to have is the daily time frame, and the 4-hour needs to turn bearish first. So it kind of like created a higher high, now a lower low. So we officially turned bearish because this is a support and resistance level. So we can count this as an elbow. Yeah, for sure. We will count this as an elbow. And now we're bearish, retesting. But do you want to sell right here? No, you don't want to do that. I don't know. I don't like it so much. Like we should have entered this at another week, or last week. If this is gonna come back to this area right here and have an engulfing, then we can take the trade for sure. But like, yeah, it's gonna need to have like it's gonna be like I don't know, like just a retest or whatever, so that we can take the trade until here, whatever it is, because we have to trade with the day in the 4-hour time frame. Okay, as you can see, it's the lower low, this is a higher high. If we count this as an elbow, if we don't count anything as an elbow, this is still bearish, right? If we count this as an elbow, then this is bullish, this is bullish, this is bullish, and then this is bearish. So daily is bearish if we count this as an elbow, but do you want to do that? Like, it's risky, right? So it's not one of my favorites, but I'm just gonna keep it on the watch list. We could retest this area here, then sell as well, and yeah, but I'm not like, it's not the best one, honestly. There have to be better markets out there this week. So Euro USD. Let me just delete this right here at the top. Weekly time frame, daily time frame right now. It's gonna have its move to the upside, and we test the structure point. Yeah, do we want to sell next week? We could. We can potentially also fill this week. It's like kind of like, yeah. But do you want to wait for the larger pullback? It's probably gonna be a little bit smarter to wait for the larger pullback before we enter any new trades. You know, I think it's gonna have a larger pullback, but we can still trade with the daily time frame. It's nothing wrong with that. Do we have any EMAs? Do we have any psychological levels? Well, we can trade a 4-hour. So just gonna keep that on my watch list as well. I'm gonna prioritize them already. Now GJ currently weekly daily. So you can see we had the pullback, kind of like, I think it's gonna be smarter to wait for 1 week of rejection candlestick and then buy before we do anything else. But most likely, bro, like this has a 1 week of rejection and a push, right? This has 2 weeks of a rejection and a push, 2 weeks of a rejection and a push, 1 week of a rejection and a push, 2 weeks of a rejection. So overall, we should wait 1 or 2 weeks before we take anything right here. Yeah, like the daily time frame right now is retesting the EMA. However, we are also bearish on the daily time frame, so we would have, and also bearish on the 4 hour. If we would, yeah, this is officially bearish right now, so it wouldn't be really smart to trade this. Okay, so this is bearish, daily bearish, 4 hour bearish. So yeah, this is just a no right now. We're just gonna move this to the downside. Euro JPY, the weekly time frame. All right, so Euro JPY, I think it's gonna be the same thing. Okay, weekly time frame is kind of like, I mean, it's coming back. It is also bearish right now, having the pullback, retesting that EMA and this area of interest. Daily time frame also bearish, and this could be a good day trade, to be honest, because we're gonna come back and retest this. So I think it's gonna be good. Because we have 3 time frames in sync, I guess. What do we have? Yeah, we have 3 time frames in sync. And it's also good because we had large bearish engulfing candlestick on the weekly time frame. And overall, it's a good indications. Daily time frame. Sorry, I'm so fucking addicted to doing reels, bro. New reel. That's how I produce, bro, like a G. Okay, but I think yeah, that's enough, bro, like to create high quality content. So where have we been now? Let's continue and let's finish this shit. Euro JPY weekly time frame. On a weekly time frame, yeah. As we said, this is a good trade, so we don't have to talk about anything. This is one of my favorites. After GBP CAD probably, but I think it's gonna be better because we already had the pullback right here. I actually like GBP CAD more because yeah. But this I like as well. So I may actually like this more. Okay, now KJPY. Last time we sold. Good that we waited for that. We kind of like we didn't have bearish engulfing, which is sad. But we can't do anything about it. Kind of like fucking around at this point right here. So we're still waiting for the same thing really. So weekly time frame has signs of a rejection. Daily is still bullish, and therefore we are not going to be interested in anything. This is just chopping around. So we just have to wait for like a breakout of this kind of like support level, and then once we are here, we can use this support as resistance, or like this area of interest overall as a resistance. And as soon as it's bullish, bearish, because this is officially already bearish, I think. Bearish. Yeah, we're bearish, but we need some more price action before that. So yeah, still waiting for the same thing. Is it gonna be ready this week? Well, how high is the likelihood that we are going to create a candlestick like that? It's gonna open, then come down, retest, and then have the push. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So I'm just gonna put in watch this market. Yeah, and that's it. So I'm gonna keep it on my watch list on the bottom though. So yeah, and at DJPY. Right now we're approaching this level of area interest, kind of like at a bearish engulfing on a weekly, which is amazing. And we also bearish retest. We never approached really the area of interest in of itself. Really, could have been a good trade. But we should have, and like we hypothetically missed this trade because it already happened. Like you can see right here, like we approached a 4-hour time frame, then we have been bullish, and then we had to wait for the 4-hour time frame to be bearish, and this has been at this point. But also we approached it right here, and we could have entered right here when we turned bearish, or like yeah here, around here. So we never took the trade. It happened like also multiple times already where we retested this. So do you want to really trade this right now? I don't want to trade that because like you can see one, two, third time. Like I just want to see what happens, and that's it. Like we don't want to trade this, so I'm not interested in it really. Even though it is at a good point, like it's at the potential lower high and the daily time frame. I mean, it just doesn't look as clean as it gets, right? Like, it just looks overall very choppy, so I don't want to have anything to do with it. AUD CHF, the weekly time frame right now is so AUD CHF weekly time frame. We have like a head and shoulders kind of like, and it's coming back to that head and shoulders to retest, hopefully. I don't know. Kind of like ugly head and shoulders, to be honest. So weekly time frame is bearish and coming back to retest. Let's look at the daily time frame. Daily time frame is this is bearish and yes, still bearish. So it's retesting, coming back to retest something. I don't know. Weekly bearish, daily bearish, and 4-hour bullish. So yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. It just doesn't look very clean. I mean, you could use something like support and resistance right here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it comes to this area of interest right here, I think it will be a good trade, right? It will be a good trade. Daily time frame will still be bearish, but yeah, forward doesn't have to be. We have the weekly and a daily that we're trading with, so just wait for retest until here and then sell, right? It's literally as simple as it gets. But it's gonna be on the bottom of my watch list as well. I'm gonna put it here. GBP USD at the lowest point on the weekly, having a pullback. I don't want to trade this week, no. Let me take off AD CHF, USD CHF. Sometimes I'm just hoping like that pairs don't look good for me to trade. Sometimes I'm just hoping so that I don't have to choose between pairs, you know. AUD USD, by the way, USD CHF is at the highest point, so that's why we're not trading this. Weekly time frame, AUD USD, daily retesting, last structure point, bearish. Could be a day trade, but do we want to trade this? I don't think so. It doesn't look very clean. Now, Euro NZD is currently having a pullback. 1 week of a rejection, 1 week of a pullback, 1 week of a rejection, 1 week of a push. So let's just wait for it to do something more. The next week, we don't want to trade. I don't want to trade this week, especially for us bearish now. It looks like it's gonna have more of a move to the downside before we're gonna pull up again. Like, I don't believe that this is just gonna have to push next week, the big push. I wanted to come to this point, and it's gonna take more than a week. Like, that won't have a week that big. Like, the probability is just not very high. Now, GBP NZD is currently the weekly time frame highest point, had 1 week of a bearish engulfing. Daily just turned bearish, and same thing right here. GBP NZD is probably going to have a larger pullback. I don't want to trade this right now. I don't want to enter anything next week, since it's just at the point of being nowhere, really. GBP CHF, same thing. Like, this is just a no. It's just choppy all over the place. I don't want to be involved in this. So, no thanks. I want to have like a big push or something at least. Euro GBP, oh my god. No. Like, this just looks too complicated. NZD USD is at the lowest point, I think. And it's like slowing down right now. So, overall, it's going to have a pullback. I don't want to trade anything right here. NZD CAD weekly time frame right now is the lowest point, kind of like having a pullback. We're testing the kind of like structure point from the last time. But it's okay. 4-hour time frame currently is also having pullback, but I don't know. Don't want to think too much. It's supposed to be simple. Weekly time frame, having 1 week of pullback, daily. Nah. It's just by looking at the weekly and the daily, and I already know what I want to do, what not. Weekly time frame right now is kind of like pulling back to the support and resistance right here. So if we would mark this off, get like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then this is also a good area of interest actually. So we could have a push from here. So yeah, this looks good. This actually looks good as well. Daily time frame. And it's actually at the area of interest already, so let me have a look. 15 minutes, 1 hour. So this is we had the shift of structure already. So what I'm gonna be waiting for is a retest at this point. Then an engulfing, I think. Yeah. 2 hour. Yeah, I kinda had to move already. Uh, we kind of like missed the entry already, so not a big fan of it, to be honest. Like we could retest this support and resistance right here, and then take the buy again, and then that's it. Set and forget, bro. We have the weekly time frame bullish. Weekly is bullish. Daily is bearish. I mean, if you won't count none of this as an elbow, it's still bullish. In 4 hour. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it actually. Like, it doesn't look as clean as it could get. But I still like it, bro. Like, I don't know. Because it's such a strong level of area of interest. And just like, dude, rejecting here and then it has a push, retesting has a push. Most likely, it's gonna happen again. Like, do you know what I mean? Here, like, boom, 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 boom. Like, it's such a strong level. I don't really want to miss out on that, to be honest. On the 4 hour daily time frame. I don't know. I mean, it looks good, bro. I want to keep it on my watch list, to be honest. USD cats at the highest point. Oh no. No, 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 no. I don't know. Nothing to do with it. 80 cats. Weekly. Dude, this is bearish, bullish. It's having a pullback. Like, it looks like it's turning around. We could buy this actually. But yeah, fuck it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 markets, which is fine. I'm just gonna keep that on my watch list right now. And that's it, man. Like, don't overcomplicate it.